Can you believe it? We're venturing into the latter part of 2026. It's important for us just to talk about exactly what the world population is shaping, especially when we've got next week to look forward to on the 11th July, which is a World Population Day. So are we worried about the world being overpopulated, food security, and also this overpopulation actually is consuming all the resources? On the contrary, many people are actually having something called a sexual recession. If you actually look at the frequency of people having sexual activity between the older cohort, such as baby boomers or Gen Y or Gen X, you realize that actually the Gen Z, which are the new population of cohort between 1997 and 2012, people are not having sexual intercourse as often as before. As a result of that, some people stipulate that actually many countries, the population is shrinking. For example, China used to be the world's most populated country, and they worry about overpopulation and started implications of one-child policy. But as a result of that, when the actual population is shrinking, then they are looking at similar trend, such as company like Japan or South Korea, which has the lowest birth rate, and Singapore. And in these countries, you can imagine that in the 60s, normally people are having between 4 to 5 children in the 60s in most population. But in 2026, many countries are having less than 1. That means that in an average household, some people even choose not to have children at all. So what implication does that mean? Actually, some people stipulate that Gen Z has a very different way of engaging in relationship. For example, actually dating apps and actually engaging in social media is a way of fulfilling a virtual relationship, and sexual health is put down in a priority. Some people also say that because of all these technology, then life becomes tougher, competition is more fierce, and people actually put their career and financial health ahead of sexual health and relationship. But what we don't know is what is the implication of a shrinking population, because before we know it, the population becomes aging, the younger population is not actually helping the older population, and therefore a country will face difficulties with a shrinking population. On the 11th of July is the actual day of World Population Day. On this day, next week, we are going to talk about what is the actual current status of the sperm production. So is the sperm really declining? And how fast is it declining? And how is the implications going to have on fertility of men? If you are interested, stay tuned for next week's Putting Dr. G on the Spot.